Welcome back, everybody, to the show. Say goodnight, Kevin. I got a cat here with me this time. This is Rocky, by the way. As you may know, I am on my ongoing, ever-changing quest to find the perfect Christian Christmas dog movie. You know, it's occurred to me that perhaps these movies aren't exactly Christian movies. I'm wondering if they just get... Oh, I don't think you're gonna do well here, little buddy boy. I think they just get plopped into the category of Christian whenever it's a Christmas movie because it's a Christian holiday. We had a good start. Up on the Woof-top was pretty good. It's not quite what I'm looking for. I think we could do better. Can we find what we need in the film A Doggone Christmas? Why not? Let's jump right into my movie night review of A Doggone Christmas. Generic films. Before they were Team 10. So the movie starts off in front of this house. But are you looking at a house? Or are you looking at a magic house that has a train inside? What? How did they do it? 3 days before Christmas. We enter the train where we see this man dressed up as an FBI agent. Oh, secret code. And they're transporting some precious Christmas cargo. Toby?
I think our little passenger may not be doing so well.
My dark passenger isn't doing so well.
Health-wise, he's fine. Emotionally, he's just a bit off.
He's been crying every time he reads Garfield.
He has been under lock and key ever since they discovered his special talent at Fort Myers.
I'd like to say this is the clunkiest, most exposition-filled scene I've ever seen, but Mr. Scrooge to see you is still a little too fresh in my mind. Also, I kept getting distracted by this ant on her clothes.
Well, if this little dog can do what they say he can, why doesn't he just figure a way out of there and be gone?
Oh, that's a great question. If we just put that line in the movie, we'll never have to address the problem again.
Unlike our species, canines are loyal, and their love is unconditional.
That is an undeniable fact. You know how you could tell that your dog loves you more than your wife? Take both of them, put them in your trunk, drive around for a little bit, then open the trunk and see which one's happy to see you. My father-in-law told me that joke.
Heck, we haven't even given him a name.
We don't want to give it a name. We're gonna eat him.
Merry Christmas to you.
This is what the FBI does? I had no idea. Then we cut over to even more FBI agents on the train, or are they FBI agents?
I don't get it, Don. I've been assigned the vice presidents.
They're Secret Service now?
This is just downright degrading. Look, Men in Black.
I guess they do look kind of like Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones. But then the dog escapes.
He's gone! Get him!
I got this.
Were they just in a place and they were like, let's film a movie here right now. Get out your camera while we're on this 9-hour Amtrak ride.
Stop him! Don't let him get away! Got it, sir!
Well, then things get really exciting. We're on the chase! I'm on the edge of my seat. They're on my tail.
Where'd he go, honey?
You're not gonna hurt him.
No. We just need to find him before he falls off the train.
I saw him. He fell off the train. It does feel like it's going to be the same movie as the last movie.
Somebody get a chopper in here and get us off this train! I want that dog.
Meanwhile, the dog is running around in a field. So glad the snow melted. A Doggone Christmas. Wow, what an exciting cold open. I can't wait to see what happens after our animated title sequence. Seriously, this is literally the same as the last movie. They even had an animated sequence like this, didn't they? Logan Paul? What? Oh, Paul Logan. Different guy.
Hey, I'm Paul Logan. I'm from Team 5.
What they should have done is cut the crappy movie and just make a fun little animated short film. 1, 2, 3 writers. All right, then we cut over to the Buttercream gang playing baseball in a field, keeping watch over their flock by night.
Go, Jimmy, go!
Whack! Great, it went to a house that wasn't there before.
That was our last ball. Now somebody has to go and get the ball from the clue girl.
What is this, the Sandlot?
What are you, afraid, Isaac? I'm not afraid.
I just have enough to deal with teleporting between these two locations during this scene.
My dad told me never to go in there. He says there could still be sharp needles lying around. Parents worry too much.
Yeah, who cares about heroin needles? But it turns out the house that their ball went into is haunted. There's a pretty intriguing story behind all of it.
Old Man Kluger's ghost is still in there.
That does look like a dangerous house. They should probably get it torn down. Spooky! This is the kind of Christmas dog movie I've been looking for. So the boys head into the scary house to look for their baseball.
Think it's up there? No, I don't think so.
I know it went into the upstairs window, but I don't think it would be up there. Ah!
Did you hear that?
It sounded like a taxidermy bear growling. While they're in the house, yes, what they find! Toby!
Double, whoa! Make that a triple.
They're so cute. The little one reminds me of my nephew.
He just wants to play.
Oh, come on, kid. I'm a good guy.
He can talk. Why do bad kids movies always have talking animals?
What's your name?
You can call me Murphy.
Because anything that can go wrong will go wrong with me.
Where are we gonna put him? Up there, maybe.
Where did they get this treehouse?
Next, we're introduced to the parents of those two boys who were playing baseball and then found the dog inside that house.
Are you hearing that?
Hear what?
Sounds like a dog's barking in the backyard.
I'm guessing it's probably that dog that our kids had right outside our door just a few seconds ago.
But the dad doesn't have time to worry about the dog. He's got bigger fish to fry.
How's it coming?
I don't know how calculators work at all.
Doesn't look like it's gonna be much for Christmas this year.
The kids understand you were laid off.
And after we finish this clunky scene, so will the audience, in no uncertain terms.
But what does he do for work, I wonder?
You are a wonderful designer. You create fantastic toys that kids really love.
I just don't know if I have enough time to do that and keep making P90X videos.
You know, the least they could have done is they could have given me some of those toys so I could give them to the boys for Christmas.
That's not how getting laid off works.
Kevin's Economic Soapbox.
What's for dinner?
Lamb stew.
I think we can afford that. I just don't know how I'm gonna be able to afford all of these rich people things. Like, what the heck? These people don't have money problems unless they're living above their means.
But the real question is, how are they ever going to afford a dog?
We just need to wait for the right moment. Bye, Murphy. See you later.
I'd rather have the meat instead of the potatoes.
Did you say something, Hugo? No?
What? The dog already talked to them earlier. These have got to be the dumbest kids.
Later at Animal Shelter, the FBI agents are trying to track down Murphy.
We need to find the specimen.
And the pressure to do so is coming from pretty high up.
We're getting close to retrieving the dog, sir.
And what does that mean exactly?
It means that maybe I can afford something besides a pink iPhone.
La 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 la. La 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 la. That's what I heard.
This morning, when I was shopping at Belk for my wife, find out the name of that song.
Find the animal.
And get me a real office and not just this green screen office. But it turns out the FBI boss has called in a secret weapon.
Don't you think that's a little bit of overkill?
Exactly. There's a chopper heading to your location at dawn.
I'm sorry, sir. Did you say lurkcation?
You know what I meant.
Why do they make these movies?
Meanwhile, at dinner with the poor family.
Predicting 3 to 6 inches.
Wow, those do look like good mashed potatoes.
Dad, can I ask you a question?
Sure, buddy.
Well,
If Santa could see everything but does nothing to stop death, does that make him a murderer?
Napkin. Give me the napkin!
maybe you need something else around here to take your mind off of things.
Why don't we head down to the strip club, Dad? My treat.
Like a hobby
Probably a gun.
or a pet.
You should know that we got a lot of bills coming in right now. And
Probably gonna have to beat your mom a lot.
What about a dog?
dog?
Why do you guys keep talking about dogs?
We're 20 years with a toy company now. I can't even give my kids a decent Christmas.
Babe, you've done plenty for them already this year.
I mean, you've kept them alive. What more could they want?
You've built that treehouse and the wishing well.
Why don't you just go out there and wish for a job in the wishing well?
All right, back to Agent What's-His-Name, where he's having a bit of an existential crisis.
Get our dog back? He's gonna be trapped in one of those small cages for the rest of his life.
Tone is a little off in this, I gotta say. Why does he care so much about the dog, but then earlier he was like, we better get that dog back. That's gotta be several $1,000s worth of treehouse right there.
Come on, boy, eat.
Eat the vegetables.
Okay, here goes.
Okay, you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I think the dog just talked to me. And he said he didn't like the Brussels sprouts.
Can he understand the dog or not? Come on.
He actually spoke to me. I didn't hear anything.
He says only smart, intelligent people can hear him.
Not everybody gets my thoughts all the time, kid. Just certain people, like you. It's not that simple.
It's not that simple. Jerry Seinfeld.
He said only certain people can hear.
He says you're gonna have to jump out of the treehouse. It's just part of the deal.
Yeah, better have a look at my collar.
It's mostly a bunch of numbers.
No, it isn't. That's mostly letters.
It says right here, property of CIA.
No, it doesn't. Wow, the CIA and the FBI are really working together.
The army wants me back, and they're...
Oh, now the army wants it.
He says the soldiers are gonna come looking for him. No, he belongs to us.
They can rip him from my cold, dead hands just like my gun. Meanwhile, in stock footage of a helicopter, we're finally going to get to meet the FBI, CIA, Army secret weapon.
Gee, he sounds like a real pain.
Not he, Mike. She.
I've landed.
Proceed.
With pleasure.
It's so bad.
I kind of don't believe him myself, but he's my big brother, so I've gotta.
Those are the rules. He said that if I don't listen to my big brother, he'll rip my throat out, like in that Liam Neeson movie.
You mean he actually speaks to you?
Yes, he speaks to me. His fat, scruffy body inspires me to sing.
Well, he doesn't exactly talk, but you can hear what he's thinking.
They said that'd be easier to do in post-production.
Look at this collar. It says CIA. Just because he belongs to the government doesn't make him a talking dog.
In fact, I think that lowers the credibility of your case just a little bit. But then, through the power of Santa Claus or something, the other kids finally begin to understand.
Did you guys just hear that?
What's with all these Christmas dog movies having E.T. storylines? Well, what I'm really concerned about is finding out about what the secret weapon is all about. So realistic.
Here's paperwork authorizing me to take over the manhunt.
Manhunt?
You mean person hunt? Now we cut over to a summer camp. FBI command center. And it turns out the secret weapon has her own secret weapon of her own.
The LN 2020.
Wow, it looks like it says D500.
She's fully loaded with everything needed to retrieve the animal.
This is the coolest remote control helicopter ever made.
You're like the ultimate sci-fi dog catcher.
What kind of movie are we in again? And I bet you guys have been wondering, what's the backstory of the dog? Don't worry, the movie covers all of that.
One night, I ran into these military guys. I set out a mental warning, so they'd be careful on the bridge. They all heard me. They scooped me up real quick. They wouldn't let me go.
Then we cut back to these guys talking about this awesome drone they bought at CVS. She really likes operating that drone. Wow, this is so James Bondy. Bondy! James Bondy and Gandhi team up.
Do you hear that?
Oh no! The drone is coming after him! The feds are coming!
I'm not leaving you, Murphy. Neither am I. We're together. All of us.
Speak for yourself! But I guess this lady has just gone completely insane and is willing to murder the children and the dog.
You're gonna hurt those kids.
I guess she's been playing PUBG back here a little too much. So Agent Shepard takes things into his own foot. What a hero.
Accidents happen.
Hey, stop!
Go, kids, go! Maybe take off your empty backpacks first. But then, the most futuristic technology ever known to mankind is thwarted by a tree branch. No! But that's when the kids come up with a fail-proof plan to stop this drone once and for all.
Right down the middle.
You knew this baseball stuff was gonna come back around.
I have you now.
Drone destroyed. Christmas, everyone. Whoa, that was really impossible.
Yeah!
Meanwhile, at Oak Grove Elementary, Milo Yiannopoulos is hanging out there with a bunch of poinsettias. And that's when the FBI agents meet with Principal Dirty Harry's brother.
You tell that little punk to get back to class.
I'm not kidding. That's the joke here.
Get my brother Harry on the line, will you?
Do you know any of these children?
Like, why are there so many weird, dumb connections to Up on the Rooftop? Remember, in that one, they had an agent who was doing a bad Al Pacino impersonation, and now this? Why? Why?
You think Dad will find another job? Sure.
Who cares? That's such a subplot, man. So next, the murderous FBI agents decide to go right to the house of the kids who have the dog. And the mom just lets them on in.
Please, come in.
I'm dreaming of white privilege. Don't even think to ask if they have a warrant. FBI's here to search our house. No big deal.
We're looking for a dog that was stolen recently. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Oh, we don't have a dog, Agent Sharp.
Was my mouth pointing at you, ma'am? No, it was pointing over there at the boys.
Hugo, have you seen a dog? Nope. And neither have I.
What about that treehouse out there?
Has it seen a dog? What about the treehouse out there? But the dog isn't there. Christmas, everybody.
So long, boys.
Me and my topsy tail will take you out. And this scene happens. Then Toby goes on a secret mission to, I don't know. What? They got the Mission Impossible music? All right, so then the dog comes across this easily accessible old-timey TNT. Careful, that stuff sweats. And that's when the movie turns into Home Alone with a dog, which is strangely the second time that's happened in one of my reviews this month.
Oh, I needed that.
At this point, I think the movie makers just gave up. That night, our FBI friends have a stakeout with takeout. Oh, right, the dad.
After today, I can handle anything.
Well, we found a talking dog and the FBI is after us and we blew up a drone.
Don't stress about it, okay?
Look, if the FBI didn't take down Hillary or Trump, think you're gonna be okay, kid.
We'll figure it out tomorrow.
Dad, why do we have to live in this old-timey castle? Well, I can't wait to blow up that house. Oh, I can't believe I'm here. Real inconspicuous. So inconspicuous, in fact, the kids are watching them from inside the house. Dad, why do we live at a kids' camp? Well, at dinner time, the kids are kind of sad because they don't know where Murphy's at. But then, could it be?
Murphy!
And the kids rush to see him at sound speed.
Hey, guys!
Murphy!
Now do you believe me?
I don't know what to say, okay? Like a real life talking dog? I mean, what? Wow.
I mean, seriously, I don't know what to say because I wasn't given any lines. Wow!
I have a plan, but it requires coordinated, timely action and lots of teamwork.
You can count on us, Murph.
I salute you both.
Oh, man, this movie's
Jamie,
so
you-
bad. So now, we get their big plan to take down the FBI.
Jamie, Hugo, we'll need your bikes and your friends and their bikes.
And we'll all need to do a few hits of cocaine. We're okay with that, right? Just do the plan. Stop talking about it.
So far, so good.
That's what the guy doing the green screen for this said. What a great Christmas movie this is. Now get in the basket, little boy. We're gonna fly to the moon. Then the movie really turns into E.T. All right, so the big plan is that the parents are gonna drive away, making it seem like they're doing a little escape. So they're gonna draw the FBI agents away from the house. Meanwhile, the kids are gonna like ride their bikes with the dog.
According to my doggy clock, which runs a little fast, your parents should be pulling over to the side of the road right about now.
But soon after, the FBI agents are gonna realize they've been duped by these basketball stars. That's when they shoot the parents. So now they've gotta go and try to find Murphy. Meanwhile, the stock footage has been looking after the dog all along.
Chopper 6 to home plate, turning back to base.
Oh yeah, we just realized that as the 1st Cavalry Division, we're really violating Posse Comitatus. You're gonna have to handle this domestic issue on your own.
So now they have to say goodbye to Murphy.
So long, Murph. We'll see you again.
Because he's gonna get the FBI agents to walk into his trap and he's gonna blow them up?
Say, don't try this at home.
Yes, don't let your dog set up TNT in a house. He blows it up! What in the holy mother of Mary? Well, he's dog biscuits now.
Looks like that does it for the month.
That's what I like to call a hot dog. Oh, no, he fakes his own death. And everybody's sad. But later, at Christmas time, there's some good news.
Please review the attached offer letter.
He got the job. Good. It's a doggone job. Then out on the roof, there arose such a clatter, and the dad, for some reason, thinks it's Santa.
Santa?
But it isn't Santa, because he isn't in this movie.
You're definitely not Santa.
That was the last movie that we watched, remember?
Sorry to disappoint Mr. Gernsback.
Knew it was the FBI. It turns out Murphy is alive.
It's not dead, he's surely alive.
It's not a doggone Christmas, it's a dog not gone Christmas.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
All of that happened inside of this magical world. Hugo, what are you doing to my paw? What a crazy, stupid movie. The end. Once Upon a Time. Well, there you have it, everybody. A doggone Christmas. That movie wasn't really Christmas. Part of me feels like it wasn't even supposed to be about Christmas. And they were like,
Look, nobody watches movies. Like bad movies, like the one you're making right here. But if you make it a little bit about Christmas, then not only can you sell it as a Christmas movie, but you can also sell it as a Christian Christmas movie about dogs. And at that point, at least one person will watch it, and that person is Kevin. Say goodnight, Kevin.
I'm disappointed because the last movie I was like, oh, maybe this isn't Christian, it's just a Christmas dog movie. This one I'm like, oh, maybe it's not even Christmas, it's just a dog movie. We're getting further from the thing that we want. What I truly want is a good good, solid Christian Christmas dog movie. That's what we're looking for. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Please stick around for more if you wish, and don't if you don't wish. I don't care. I do care. I want people watching my show that want to watch it, okay? That's all I gotta say. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Good night.
Big shout out to the people who pledged to me on Patreon and or subscribestar.com/saygoodnightkevin. You can check me out on either one of those. Some people have told me that they have some qualms about supporting Patreon, and I can't say that I blame them. Either way, I'm gonna keep my Patreon, but also provide a second option. It's basically the same thing. Any rewards that you would get on Patreon, you can also get over on Subscribestar. You could do both if you want. I don't know why you would do that. It's an alternative. I mean, it's good. It's kind of like backing up your hard drives, you know? You don't want to just have one hard drive, so it's good to have a backup. Thanks so much to the Lawson family, Amanda and Rachel Stewart, and Jacob and Emily Rugrock. That's all I gotta say. I'll see you guys very soon. Good night.
I don't know what to say, okay? Like a real life talking dog? I mean, what? Wow.